Hi. So now let's discuss how to take an input from the user. Okay. So far what we have been doing is we are simply writing int a is equal to 20. Okay. So अभी तक हम लोग खुद ही वैल्यू दे रहे हैं a को और b को भी खुद ही वैल्यू दे रहे हैं. अगर हमको यूज़र से वैल्यू लेनी होगी तो हमको क्या करना चाहिए? So take user input. So to take user input we have something known as cin. Okay, जैसे हमारे पास सी आउट था आउटपुट के लिए, सी इन होगा इनपुट के लिए. ठीक है, तो अगर मुझे इनपुट लेना है यूज़र से, सो आई हैव टू राइट सी इन. लेट से मुझे एन के अंदर इनपुट लेना है. तो सबसे पहले मैं एक इंटीजर डिफाइन कर देता हूँ, इंट एन, राइट, और फिर मैं उस एन के अंदर इनपुट ले लूँगा यूजिंग सी इन. ठीक है, और फिर मुझे सिंपली उसको प्रिंट कर देना है यूजिंग सी आउट. ओके, सी आउट एन end line, that's it. So this is what it is. Okay, so I'll just explain it first. Let's run it. Okay, so if I run it, so it will be asking for me input. So let's say I give it 30 as input and it has printed this 30. Okay, so we have used cin for taking input, and make sure that now we will be using greater than sign 2 times. Okay, so ऐसे देख लो इसको कि अगर मुझे इनपुट डालनी है तो बेसिकली मुझे n के अंदर इनपुट डालनी है, तो साइन हमारा इस तरफ जा रहा है कि n के अंदर इनपुट जा रही है. ठीक है, और यहाँ पे हमें आउटपुट जानी है, तो n की जो आउटपुट है वो हमने सी आउट में डाल दी. ठीक है, इस तरफ डाल दी और वो सी आउट ने हमको प्रिंट आउट कर दिया. तो इसको ऐसे याद रख लो. ठीक है, कि सी इन ग्रेटर देन साइन मतलब सी इन ने वैल्यू n में डालनी है, सी इन यूज़ करके हमने n में वैल्यू डाल दी, और फिर सी आउट में n ने सी आउट को वैल्यू दे दी जो कि हमको उसने आउटपुट में दिखा दिया. ठीक है, ओके. सो अगर मुझे यूज़र को कुछ मैसेज देना है इनपुट से पहले, आई कैन ऑल्सो टेल हिम कि सी आउट प्लीज़ एंटर अ नंबर. तो इस तरह से मैं कुछ पहले मैसेज दे देता हूँ सो दैट यूज़र नोज़ कि मुझे करना क्या है. राइट, सो इफ़ आई रन दिस, सो इट सेज प्लीज़ एंटर अ नंबर, वी एंटर लेट्स से अगेन 30. So it has printed 30 for us. Okay, after taking input you can also put over here your number is and something like that. Okay, so I hope this is clear that how we have used cin to take the input from the user. Okay, next thing that I want to talk about is loops. What are loops? Okay, so let's say कि I tell you to print numbers from 1 to 1000. So what you are going to do? So one of the options is we can simply write cout 1, cout 2, cout 3 and keep doing it 1000 times, right? So it's not a good thing that we are writing cout 1000 times, right? So the better way of doing this repeated task is loops. Okay, so loop is a very basic component for any program. Okay, so we have two types of loops, that is while loop and for loop. So what we are basically going to do in loops is, so in loops we basically have three things. Okay, the first is initialization. Second is condition, and third is increment. Okay, so these are the basic components of a loop, right? So there are two types of loops, that is while loop and for loop. Okay, so first let's look at while loop. So let's say again the problem is that you have to print numbers from 1 to 1000. Okay, so if you have to do it using while loop, you will have to do something like this, while. Okay, so I'll just start with int I is equal to 1 because the first number that I have to print is 1. From 1 to 1000 I have to print. So I'll have to write something like this, while I is less than equal to 1000. Okay, we'll have to write cout I. Okay, so I'm not writing the full syntax but cout I, something like this, and then we will basically increase the value of I by 1. Okay, so this is how my while loop is going to look like. Right, so I hope you understand this. First I am saying int I is equal to 1, so this is my initialization. Okay, so first I have initialized the value of I to 1 because I have to start from 1. Then here I have condition. Okay, so this is my condition, this is my condition that I should be less than equal to 1000. If I is greater than 1000 then you don't have to print it. Okay, so I have to print the number if this condition is true, and I have to increase the value of I by 1. Okay, so I is equal to I plus 1. So if I start with I is equal to 1, after running it once, my I will become 2. Okay, then again it is going to go back and it is going to run, then 2 is going to be printed, then I is going to be 3, then again it is going to go up, 4 is going to be printed, again it is going to print 5, until my I's value exceeds 1000, it is going to do this task repeatedly. Okay, so this is going to go in a loop, so that's why these are called loops. So this is how a typical while loop is going to look like. Okay, and this last thing is also known as increment. Okay, so this is increment, right? So I hope you understand this. So here we have initialization, this is condition, and this is increment. Okay, so just let's write the code for this. So int I is equal to, let's say, 1, then while I is less than 1000, so let me just take it 10. Okay, I is equal to 10, I am taking it 10 instead of 1000, otherwise if I print till 1000, my output window is going to flood with numbers. Okay, so I am just taking it till 10, just to understand the concept I am taking it 10. Okay, so then cout I end line, right, and here I have I is equal to I plus 1, right. So I is equal to I plus 1. So now if I just run this, please enter a number. This is because of this previous code. So if I just run, let me write this 10, let me write it 30 again. So 30 is the output, that's finished, and after this our current program has run till 10. Okay, so till 10 it has run. So I'll just comment it out, previous one. Okay, so if I just run this once again, so it is just simply going to give me 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So I am getting the 10 numbers, right. I could have also done one thing. Instead of I is equal to I plus 1, I can also use I plus plus. Okay, so I can also use I plus plus. This is same as I is equal to I plus 1. I plus plus means increment the value of I by 1. Okay, if I want to decrement it, I can use I minus minus. So I plus plus and I is equal to I plus 1 basically means the same thing. So if I just show you, so here it is. Okay, so it's going to give me the same thing. If instead of this I want that rather than going to the next line like 1 2 3 4, if I want that 1 2 3 4 should be in the same line, right, but should be separated by spaces, I can do something like this. Instead of end line, I can write something like this. Okay, so giving simple space. So now it is going to be in the same line with one space in between each of the numbers. Okay, so this is how we can use it. Again, this is initialization, this is condition, and this is increment. Okay, so these are the three components. Let me just get rid of this. Right. We can also do one thing, we can take the input from user and accordingly we can run the while loop. Okay, so let's say I take the input from user. Okay, let's not print that number, so I'll just take an input from the user and till that number we are going to print it. Okay, so let's say if user says 5, we will be printing from 1 to 5. Okay, so I'll just write I less than equal to n. Rather than 10, now I'll just use n, which the user is going to provide me. Okay, so let's say if the user gives me a number 15, so 1 to 15 numbers are printed. Okay, so next time if user gives me 5, so 1 2 3 4 5, all these numbers are printed, right. So I hope you understand what basic looping is doing over here. It is doing the repeated tasks and we are not having to write the cout function that many times. Okay, the next which I want to discuss is for loop. It is almost very similar. The only difference is that in while loop we are writing this initialization, condition and increment in separate lines. While doing for loop, these three come in the same line. Okay, how it is, let's check. So if I have to write the for loop for the same thing, I will have to write something like this: for int I is equal to 1 semicolon I less than equal to 1000 semicolon I plus plus. Okay, and here I will simply write C out I, right, C out I. So this is exactly what is happening over here. These three things are happening in the same line. That's the only difference between while loop and for loop. Rest everything is similar. Okay. So let's also write the code for loop. So for int j is equal to 0, let me use j instead of I this time. J less than n, so I should use 1 only, just like previous one. Okay. Then j plus plus C out j, right, and let me again give a space, right. So if I just print it, I am giving the number, let's say 5. So in both the cases it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4 because I have not given less than equal to. So let me just give it again. So I give 5. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is from while loop, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is from for loop. Okay. So if I want a line over after 5, after my while loop, if I want to change the line, I can just give something like this, C out end line. Okay. So that's going to be sufficient. It's just going to change the line. So let me just give 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this comes from while loop and this comes from for loop. Okay. So whichever you want, you can use while loop or for loop, it is equivalent. The only difference is in while loop, all the three things, that is initialization, condition and increment, happen in different lines. In for loop, it is in the same line. That's the only difference. Okay. So I hope the basic of while loop and for loop is clear, right? Throughout the course, we will be writing plenty of while loops and plenty of for loops. Okay. So don't worry about that. And so I'll see you in the next session. Thank you.